brides and grooms out there, do you have only 1 month before your wedding and you're wondering, what am I going to do for my first dance?
That's right. Well, don't worry, Joel and Clara are here to help you in today's video. We are going to go over 3 specific tips that you can use right here, right now, at home to feel less foolish and less awkward on the dance floor at your wedding.
And stay till the end of the video where we're going to show you how you can get your hands on a specific game plan to know exactly what to do for your first dance.
Yeah, and for those of you who are new to this channel, the game plan is so important. Here, we do not teach stressful choreography or even push that. We're actually the total opposite. We are here to teach you guys skills so that you guys can be able to dance together and not stress about memorizing what step comes next.
We are about teaching connection versus choreography.
That's right.
So that your dance is memorable and not memorized.
Exactly. And all of this is based on our 15 years of experience teaching in our own dance company. So if you're interested in getting as many tips and help as possible, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and the notification bell so that you know whenever we post a new video that might be helpful for you.
So let's get started.
So our tip number 1 for you guys is dance hold. We see a lot of zombie dancing out there.
Or what we call the grade 8 shuffle.
Yikes.
Totally feels like we're back in high school.
Yeah, and let's feel a little bit more updated with our dance skills.
Yes,
okay?
please.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have the leads. Gentlemen, you're going to take your left hand and place it out in front.
And follows, we're just going to place our fingers on top and out. Both of you will close your fingers.
Yeah, that's right. From here, leads, you're going to place your right hand on the ladies or the follows back, yeah? And not too much lower than that.
Remember, grandma's in the room.
That's right.
Get that hand back up there.
All right.
And follows, we're going to place our left hand and rest it nicely on the man's shoulder. Now, don't put too much pressure on it. You are lifting your hands up yourself.
Thank you.
And make sure it's not too high.
Stop the dance, stop the dance.
Or too low, because this is what happens with your arm. You get a bit of a chicken wing there.
Yeah, no.
So nice, perfectly comfortable with your arms connected.
Exactly. Yeah. One of the things that people always ask us is how big or how wide should our arms be? Now, for those of you who've watched Dancing with the Stars or other ballroom dance videos here on YouTube, yes, you'll see dancers like ourselves taking super big dance positions, but that's not really what we're wanting for you at your wedding. We want it to be casual, we want it to be comfortable, and we want it to be a little bit more intimate. Yeah? So we say that left hand for the lead and the right hand for the follow is somewhere below the heads.
For sure. We don't want it too high to block your heads when the photographer is taking their nice wedding shots.
Yeah.
So make sure it's below the chin.
Where did Joel go? Where did Clara go?
And at the same time, you don't want your arms too tight either, because that starts to look really awkward. Yeah. So what I always say is give your armpits a little bit of breathing room.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Nice. Especially because we might be a little bit nervous on the dance floor.
Yeah, especially if you're sweaty people like me.
Air the pits out.
Air the pits.
One more thing in terms of dance hold, we want to talk about leads your left hand and follows your right a little bit more. We see a lot of this happening. And we're going to get ourselves nice and close to the camera just so that we see, hopefully it's focusing.
Yeah, you can see the interlaced fingers. That is a no-no.
No. Yeah, one reason for that is because, especially when we're trying to do underarm turns or things like that.
Yeah, they get stuck. Yeah, and it's very uncomfortable. You're not able to slide and glide while you're turning.
Yeah, so just make sure that we always have, again, your fingers are together and then...
just placed on top.
Exactly. There we go, you guys. Have fun with your dance hold and let's get away from our zombie
Please
or
don't
our
do this.
grade 8 shuffle.
No. Our second tip for you is how to use your arms when you're not in dance hold.
So at some point during your dance, you're going to want to get out of your dance position and into something else that's maybe a little bit more open, a little bit more fancy, like an underarm turn, for instance. Yeah. Our tip for you is to make sure that your arms stay bent throughout everything that you do.
It's just more natural and more comfortable that way.
Exactly. So whether or not you are just creating a little separation, so here's our dance position, we create our separation, and we finish off here. Notice how both Joel's and Clara's elbows are still bent.
And therefore, still looking very natural.
Okay, versus, here we go, we're gonna create a separation and we go to boom, full extension. Now that's where it's gonna look a little bit awkward, unless you're doing something that's like really swingy or something, but we're not, yeah? Same thing now when we are doing an underarm turn. So if I now lead Clara into a simple underarm turn, doom, 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 off she goes, and it's nice and easy, yeah? Versus, out we go, underarm turn, boom.
And believe it or not, we see this a lot, so we're not actually exaggerating.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually does happen, and I see it in wedding pictures all the time. So again, make sure your arms are nice and soft and relaxed.
Exactly. So a nice, easy practice to do is just, as you are now holding on to each other, make sure that you feel that the space is still not too far away, and just monitor those elbows, yeah? And the same thing now when we're going up, especially for the leads, we are just trying to come just over our partner's heads. We're not trying to reach for the ceiling and look like the Statue of Liberty.
Yikes!
Yeah, we're not looking for straight arms at all, yeah?
Yeah, and for the follows, as we have our elbow bent, it nicely frames your face instead of doing this, yeah? Nicely frames your face as you're going around.
All right, so make sure whenever you're now apart, not in dance position, that the elbows always stay a little bit bent.
Now that we've done tips 1 and 2 with the hands and arms, we're going to move down to the feet and legs for tip number 3.
But before we do, we want to hear from you guys if you guys are finding value in these last minute tips. And if we are, write in the description below, please, more last minute tips, and we'll make sure to make more videos just like this one in future videos. So let's talk more specifically about what's happening downstairs, all right? A lot of times when dancers start taking lessons or kind of figuring out what they want to do, they think it's a lot about feet and legs, or steps, step, step, step. I'm stepping to the music and I'm dancing to the beat and everything is going well, yeah? But as you can see, it still looks a little bit awkward and maybe a little bit foolish. Yeah, so what we're going to do is for tip number 1 in this section of the video, we are going to say to slide your feet.
This allows a smoother weight transfer from foot to foot, and also it helps prevent stepping on the dress. So if you pick up the feet often, you might step and then trip on the dress. So keep those feet sliding.
Exactly, and if you can maybe possibly hear our feet even making a swishing, sliding sound on the ground, that's just fine. Yeah, so when you're practicing at home, think about sliding those feet on the ground, all right? Tip number 2 for your dancing and making it a little bit less awkward is to think about bodies, not feet. Now, what is that, Joel? Bodies, not feet? I thought that dancing was all about steps again. It's not.
Yeah, it's about the connection, yeah? And connection is established by weight movement.
Exactly. So, as Clara and I are dancing now, I'm less thinking about moving with my feet and my feet, but I'm more thinking about where does my body travel and then connect that to my lovely partner. One thing that we would like you guys to do is practice leaning in a specific direction and communicating that to our partner.
That just gives us a heads up that we're going into that direction. And it's much more clear with the body weight than just the feet.
Yeah, so here we see it go, and then I take the step, and then I go, and then take the step. Yeah, it makes it for, again, a more elegant, more natural action, instead of it feeling forced and foot-centered.
So if you like these tips that we gave you today, press the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more videos like this one.
Exactly, and if you're feeling stressed and under pressure and running out of time, we have the perfect course for you guys.
It's called Cringeworthy to Confident.
Exactly, and in that course, we go over the 3 S's, which are strategy or game plan, skills or dance moves, and song. How to edit that song, we help you guys so that it doesn't become too long and drawn out for both you guys and your guests.
So book a call with us today. The link is in the description below, and we'll have a quick chat as to whether this course is a good fit for us.
And if it's not a good fit, at least we had a fun conversation connecting with you guys.
I'm sure we'll have lots of laughs. That's just what we do.
Exactly. Thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to talking to you on the phone.
Bye.